minister, make the family feel with their presence. 2 written pages. It says do not exceed 2 written pages. However,
Sometimes you might have.
if you need to, that's fine. I'm not going to dock you for writing more.
Turn off the font a little bit.
But you can do that too. Honestly, leave it at a 12-point font because it's easier for me to read, and just go to 2.5 or 3.
Yeah.
So I would prefer you do that. But what I don't want you feeling like is you've got to write some 15-page essay or something like that manuscript. It's so whatever it takes for you to do that, you can exceed more if you need to, but I don't want you to feel like you've got to write a long paper. 25% of your final grade. So that's assignment 1. Any questions on that one?
And that one's due next week?
That one is due next week.
Funeral service.
And we'll talk a little bit about doing the funeral tonight and how you can minister to a family. I'll give you just some practical things that I've learned. And then we can talk a little bit also just about, if you want to talk about some of the, there's different components to a funeral service, right? There may be everything from prior to the funeral itself, to a graveside. And then there is some of the follow-up stuff that you might do. So there's really several different components or stages. But this will focus just on what is said here. So it's from the time of being aware of a person's death to what do you do, funeral, leading up to for the funeral itself, and then ministering to a grieving family. Any questions on that one? Written assignment 2. Write a short message manuscript. That is all that you intend to say. Anything that you intend to actually verbally say, write that manuscript. And this is for the Lord's Supper, is what this one is. So make sure you think about the Lord's Supper, write the manuscript, scripture explanation, illustrations, anything that you want to use there. And I think a good tip is organize your thoughts before you actually write a manuscript. So jot down scriptures that you think you want to use. If there's any quotes, if there's any songs you want to reference, if there's any stories you want to use, put all of your thoughts, kind of whiteboard it out, think about it, brainstorm it before you begin trying to organize those thoughts and things. But once you do that, then manuscript it out. So everything you intend to say from the start to the finish of a Lord's Supper service. And that is also 25% of your final grade.
Cool.
Any questions on that one? We will talk about the ordinances a little tonight. So, and then this is the Pastoral Ministry Engagement Project. So engage in a pastoral duty. In this case, we would say alongside a minister. You get to choose who that might be. And whatever that duty is with a minister, and then deliver a class presentation describing that experience, your role in performing the duty, or their role in performing the duty, not yours, the ways in which they felt they were effective and how they could have been more effective. So, and actually this would be the there is you. So anytime you see there, so your experience, your role in performing anything you perform alongside that minister, and how you felt you were effective, or how you could have been more effective as well. Makes sense? Pastoral duty, I mean, that really could be anything from a hospital visit, a home visit,
Praying.
huh?
Praying.
Praying.
I mean, that's what the book said, is that's the most looked over thing is prayer.
Yeah.
It said because there's so much time on a pastor's, so much time that the Lord said praying pretty much gets pushed out the
Yeah.
most.
Yep.
It's taking time to pray for your flock.
So that's up to you, but there's a project. This one is 50% of your final grade. So it is weighted heavier than the other two.
Yeah.
Those 3 grades make up the totality of the course grade.
Don't mess up.
The totality.
Well,
Cheeto.
Don't mess up too bad.
I wouldn't worry. This isn't gonna be the thing that keeps y'all from moving forward, right?
Well, I'm here to tell you, being the pastor of a church, there's a lot of firsts. Like for me, there's a lot of firsts.
Yep.
And, you know, I'm just glad I'm with a church that's very forgiving, that realizes I'm a young pastor.
There you go. All right, so there it is. Those are the assignments and the weights, 25, 25, 50, for a total of 100% of your grades. I handed that out to you, so you have got that one already. Which actually takes us to
Foundation.
the first part, and that is the foundation stuff. Anyone need to take a break? It is 7 o'clock. We've got a couple more.